Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about the kingdom protista. And today we will discuss about the general characteristics and the types of classification. We know that kingdom protista is generally divided into kingdom protista is generally divided into many phylums, and there are some basic of classification of a kingdom protista. Today we will discuss about the general characteristics and about the classification of a kingdom protista. So now we will start about the kingdom protista. We all know that in 1969 and in 1969 the scientist R.H. R.H. Whittaker Whittaker classified all living organisms into five kingdoms. We all know about this. In 1969, R.H. Whittaker classified all living organisms into five kingdoms. And what are those kingdoms? And those kingdoms are like Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera, we placed all prokaryotic life forms, like all microbes are placed in the kingdom Monera. All prokaryotic prokaryotic life forms are placed in the kingdom Monera. Then he classified all unicellular eukaryotic organisms into kingdom Monera. Here, the second one is the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Protista. The second one is our first kingdom Monera, then kingdom Protista. And in kingdom Protista, we placed all unicellular eukaryotic organisms, and these eukaryotic organisms are mainly aquatic aquatic in nature aquatic in nature. Then those other three kingdoms are the other three kingdoms are like fungi, our kingdom kingdom plantae, and kingdom animalia, and kingdom animalia. According to R.H. Whittaker classification, there are only five types of kingdoms in our living world. This fungi also a kingdom also. Then here we see that here in kingdom Monera, all prokaryotic organisms are placed. In kingdom Monera, all prokaryotic organisms are placed. But in other four kingdoms, there is we can notice eukaryotic organisms, means from kingdom protista to kingdom animalia, the all the organisms are eukaryotic in nature. So kingdom protista contain unicellular eukaryotic organism, and other eukaryotic kingdoms like kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae, and animalia contain multicellular eukaryotic organisms. Okay, in fungi also we can notice unicellular. In plantae also we can notice unicellular organisms, but they are more complex. their complexity increases from kingdom protista to kingdom animalia. So kingdom protista is considered as the kingdom kingdom protista is considered as the connecting link between connecting link between prokaryotes prokaryotes and eukaryotes prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And the next thing is like that the organisms, organisms, the organisms placed in placed in kingdom protista, kingdom protista shows 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 different character, shows different characters which are similar to the organisms character of other kingdom. सो इट मीन्स जो प्रोटिस्टा में जो ऑर्गेनिज्म होते हैं वो क्या करते हैं ना, जो कैरेक्टर शो करते हैं उनके पास जो कैरेक्टर है एंड डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिज्म में लाइक प्रोटिस्टा में जो प्रोटिस्टा में डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिज्म है लाइक विल टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ अमीबा, पारामेसियम, like paramecium, like dinoflagellates, euglenoids, euglena. There are so many types of organism which are placed in kingdom protista. They resemble their character with other organisms. Means here amoeba and paramecium show the characters like animals. Some organisms placed in kingdom protista they show the characters like plants, and some organism placed in kingdom protista they show their character resemble with a fungi. So we can see most diversified kingdom, most diversified organisms in the kingdom protista. So there are so many organisms. There are so many organisms who show their character which are equal to the character of other organism of other kingdoms. So we'll now see about the general characteristics of a kingdom protista. Now we'll see about general characteristics of kingdom protista. So the we as I said, जैसे मैंने बोला कि all unicellular eukaryotes, the organisms belongs to protista are eukaryotic in nature, are are eukaryotic Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means what? They have they have well developed nucleus. They have well developed nucleus. Means according to the development of a nucleus, we divided the organisms into two groups, that is prokaryotic organisms and eukaryotic organisms. In eukaryotic organisms, nucleus is well developed. In eukaryotic organisms, nucleus is well developed. But irrespective of their mode of nutrition, means there's so different type of nutrition. The organisms belongs to kingdom protista, and they show different type of nutrition. We will study about their nutrition also. uh, uh, in today class we will mainly discuss about their general characteristics. One is they are eukaryotic. The next character is they are unicellular. They are mainly unicellular, and most of the organisms are aquatic. The next thing is like that. A cell structure of a eukaryotic type of having all kind of membrane bound organelles, means we can notice all membrane bound organelles. Uh, we can found all membrane bound organelles, means membrane bound organelles means like mitochondria, chloroplast, like a peroxisome, like all different membrane nucleus. These all are the membrane bound organelles we can notice in the organisms of kingdom protista. And the another thing is we can found the ats cytoplasmic ribosomes. ATS, cytoplasmic ribosome. We know that in prokaryotes we can get uh, our 70s ribosome. In prokaryotes we will notice 70s ribosome, but as protist is a eukaryotic organism, we can notice here the 80s cytoplasmic ribosome. Then locomotion, for the locomotion, locomotion, we can we can see different structures like cilia, flagella, pseudopodia. These all are the locomotory structures. Cilia, flagella, pseudopodia. These all are the another structure is myonemes. These all are the locomotory structures which we can notice in the different protists. Some protists may have cilia, some protists may have flagella, some protists may have pseudopodia, some protists may have myonemes. They different protists have different locomotory structures. Then the next general character is uh, mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition. How they get their nutrition is also of different type. Like mode of nutrition is like holophytic. Holophytic means the photosynthetic process. Photosynthetic nutrition means they are autotrophs. They are autotrophs or photosynthetic. Holophytic mode of nutrition means they are autotrophs or photosynthetic. Not only this type, some protists are also holozoic in nature. Holozoic in nature. Holozoic means like animals, like us. They are holozoic in nature, mean ingestive type of nutrition. Not only holozoic, protists also show parasitic, and saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic type of nutrition. These all are the different type of nutritions we can notice in different protists. And then we will see about the another general characteristics of a general character of a protist, that in protist in protist reproduction is mainly occur through two process two processes, that is asexual and sexual. All some protists show asexual mode of reproduction and some protists show sexual mode of nutrition. Life cycle, the life cycle of a protist is of also two types. Life cycle of protists is also of two types, that is zygotic meiosis and gametic meiosis. That is like zygotic meiosis and gametic meiosis. Means the life cycle, there is meiosis occur when zygotic stage occur. Next, the other characteristics are like protists have one or more nuclei, as they are eukaryotic in nature. Eukaryotic means they have well developed nucleus, as they are eukaryotic nature, but protists have protists have one or more nuclei. Some protists have one nuclei and some protists have more than one nuclei, which are which are monomorphic, or or dimorphic. Monomorphic means only one type of nucleus is seen. Monomorphic means one type, of nucleus is seen. Dimorphic means di means two. Morphic means morphology. Two different types of nucleus, two different type of nucleus we can found. Two different type of nucleus we can found in dimorphic protists. Means one nucleus may be small or one nucleus may be large in size. One nucleus will be small in size and one nucleus will be large in size, and those two types of nucleus are called as the smaller one is micronucleus, and the larger one is Larger one is the macronucleus. Is the macronucleus. Then the second, so this type of condition that one is smaller nucleus and another is the larger nucleus. One is micronucleus and another is the macronucleus. This condition is called as nuclear dimorphism. This condition is known as nuclear dimorphism. This is known as nuclear dimorphism. Then in protists, the another character is like in protists, another character is like sorry, one second. Uh, Another character is like in protist, particularly in amoeboid protozoans, cytoplasm is differentiated into two distinct regions. When we will see about the classification, will in protist, we will see about the different. We will study about the different protists. So there is one type of protists which are known as the amoeboid and protist, which are known as amoeboid and protist. In amoeboid protists, the or amoeboid protozoans, we can see two different parts of protoplasm. We can see two different, different, two different, distinct, distinct regions, regions of protoplasm. These two distinct region of a protoplasm, like maybe may consider this is a protist. This is a protist. Here is the nucleus. Here is the nucleus, and surrounding the nucleus, we can see the liquid substance, which are known as the protoplasm, and here we said that in amoeboid protozoans, a group of protists is known as amoeboid protozoans. And in amoeboid protozoans, we can notice two different distinct regions or layers of a protoplasm. And these two distinct regions are known as ectoplasm. Ectoplasm means it is gel-like structure. It is gel-like structure, and it is the outer layer. It is the outer layer, and its function is like structural support and movement. Its function is like structural support and movement. Then the next is our that protoplasm is divided into two parts. One is ectoplasm. The next one is like endoplasm. Endoplasm is the inner part of the protoplasm. Like ectoplasm is the outer part, endoplasm is the inner part, and it is like plasma soul. It is like plasma soul means it is liquid in nature. Fluid like structure means fluid, fluid like structure. And the function of endoplasm is, contains organelles. As I already said you that different cell organelles we can notice in protist. So it is like the endoplasm. The function of endoplasm is like it contains. The function of endoplasm is like contains organelles, and metabolic metabolic machinery. metabolic machinery. Contains organelles and metabolic machinery uh, means uh, different metabolic functions, like different in a organism different metabolic function occur. What is metabolic functions? Metabolic machinery or metabolic function means different chemical reactions occurring in our inside the body of a living organism. Different chemical reactions like digestion, respiration, excretion, osmoregulation, all these chemical reactions occurring inside the body of a living organism, and all these chemical reaction combiningly known as metabolic reaction or metabolic machinery. And it is said that all these metabolic machinery or all these metabolic functions occur inside the endoplasm of the amoeboid protist, where protoplasm is divided into two parts mainly, like ectoplasm, which is gel-like structure, and outer layer of protoplasm, and it provides structural support and support for the movement of organism. But endoplasm is the inner fluid-like structure. It is also known as a plasma cell and contains different cell organelles, and here all metabolic machineries or all metabolic reactions occur. Then the second thing we are going to study, the next point of general characteristics is like the general characteristics is like in all protists, the digestion occur intercellularly. In protists, digestion occur intercellularly means our digestion can occur. Digestion is mainly divided into according to cells in which the digestion occur. We can divide it intercellularly, intercellularly, or intracellularly. And here the digestion is in protist, the digestion is intracellular digestion. The digestion is intracellular. Here the digestion is intracellular. Intracellular means here the digestion is occur intracellularly. What do you mean by intercellularly, or what do you mean by intracellularly? Intercellularly means it mainly occur in multicellular organisms. Mainly occur in multicellular organisms. Like our stomach, stomach, our stomach is J-shaped stomach. In our stomach, when food come, different enzyme comes and digestion occur. But our stomach also consists of multiple cells. This is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell, this is a cell. These all are the cell or cell boundary. But digestion occur here in the space present in between the cells. When digestion occur in the space between these cells, this is known as intercellular digestion or intercellularly. But when the digestion occur inside the cell only, this type of digestion is known as intracellular digestion or intracellularly occurring digestion. This is all about the digestion, and not all about the digestion. It is all about the intercellularly digestion or intracellularly digestion. And in protist, we can notice intracellularly digestion. Why intracellularly digestion only we notice? Because most of the protists are unicellular organisms. So here we cannot notice intercellular digestion. We cannot notice intercellular digestion. Then the next point is like food vacuole is membrane bound organelle found in protists. The next point is like our food vacuole, like food vacuole. Food vacuole is membrane bound organelle found in protists like also in amoeba and paramecium, found in protists like amoeba and paramecium, in some fungi and in some animals, acting as intracellular stomach for digestion. So as I said, digestion is intracellular, and where it occurs in food vacuole. In food vacuole, it is the organelle for the intracellular digestion. It forms through the phagocytosis, pinocytosis, where the membrane surround the food fuses with lysosome, and after digestion fuses into cytoplasm. What is occur here in phagocytosis? Either first occur phagocytosis means cell eating, or pinocytosis, or pinocytosis. Pinocytosis means cell drinking. And in pinocytosis, here phagocytosis means cell eating and pinocytosis means cell drinking. In this process, uh, food particle enter into the food vacuole where digestion occur with the help of lysosome, and after digestion the substances fuse into the cytoplasm. This is all about the general characteristics of kingdom protista. And in the next class we will discuss about the classification of protists. We will discuss about the classifications of protists. Thank you.